Ba-boom.
Oh, we should probably send a link out. Man, we haven't done this in a
Family.
while, man.
We have not, man, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling like crap.
Bro, I'm telling you again. We give a time for people to get here. After standing an hour, almost an hour and a half, in a grocery
Huh.
line because everybody had paper coupons, I was over the rest of the day. Like I was
Oh,
just
really?
over it. Like, and then I guess I got hit with one of those like extreme couponers because they had like the binder, and I'm like, please God, no. They said, oh, found the coupon. They had one, so I'm like, thank God, because if she was about to go through that whole binder with coupons, I was gonna walk out the store. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
wait
keep
a second.
bringing.
Where do you wait? Where do you work, bro? I thought you worked for like a bank.
Yeah, no. So it is. So it's kind of like a bank, but not a bank.
Oh, okay.
So basically, what we do
That
is
sounds like a scam.
so different doctors' offices they call in, and then they have. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay. Okay.
No, we're good.
We
We're good to
live.
go. Like, do we even want to say the? Do we even want to say the intro?
Oh. Roll contenders.
Yeah.
What's up, Michael? What's up, Joseph?
I'm gonna say, do you have it up? Because I do not.
I do, yes. So
Thank you, sir.
Joseph and Mike are here. I'm cleaning my glasses because I can't see. I get new glasses tomorrow.
You do?
I'm gonna look fucking hot as shit.
Hey man, you dropped your glasses. You know I'm gonna laugh at you, right?
Yeah, I won't drop these glasses. Although the ones I'm currently wearing, I will, man. Like I've lost so much weight, they just slip off my face. That's why I'd get new ones.
What?
They were so wide, bro. They were so wide from fucking me being super big
Wait,
that now they literally like fall off me.
bro, that's the thing.
Your glasses, bro? Do you not remember how big my head was? Like,
I just
yeah,
thought
that's
that
a
was just,
thing.
I thought it was just your head.
No, bro, that your glasses, like if your head's too wide, the things that hold onto your ear start opening up, obviously, because your head's big. So when I first got these, I was not that big, and then I got big, so they got wider. And these are like the plastic frames, so like they can heat them and bend them back in. But like I haven't gotten glasses in since before COVID.
You know what?
Um,
No matter what happens, I'm always gonna say this, bro. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks, man. I
Like,
appreciate
like,
it.
like
I don't know. You haven't said anything about you. I don't know if you're still on your diet. What's going on?
I'm still on my diet. I changed it up a lot.
Okay, okay. Are you eating carbs?
I am eating very little carbs. Like I don't even like
Just say
really
you're fat, bro. No, I'm
like
just kidding.
like like after being on keto for a while. Like even I'm like, oh cool, I'm gonna go ahead and try to eat some carbs. Like carbs just kind of disgust me. Like
Yeah, it happens. It happens once you do it. It 100% happens.
it's like I could have this, but it's like or I just don't.
Yeah,
Like it just doesn't. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's not good because carbs are good, but I'm like I just don't. It's
you just don't want them.
I just don't want it. But my biggest thing, I've started eating more fruit because my biggest thing, I was never eating fruit. Never was a
Fruit is
fruit and veggie
delicious.
guy, but like fruits and veggies is like a big part.
I love fruits, man. Fruits are delicious, but I unfortunately at the moment cannot have any fruits. But yeah, I
Understandable.
love fruits.
But all right, everybody. I'm not sure how many people are in the chat, but let's go ahead and
Um, let me go first. Let me go first.
yeah, you go first. Okay.
Yeah. Just because if I have to get off, at least you could keep going. You know what I mean?
Um, the fact
Because
you think
remember, I have two children.
the fact you think I'm gonna let you go, that's the funny part,
Bro, what are you gonna do? I'm in my house.
bro.
Literally, I could go right now. You could do no. Bye, guys.
It's like, oh, yeah, that's actually funny. All I can do is go, no, pick up the phone. All right, so I'll let you go first. Let's talk about Lynn first. Let's talk about the actual contender Lynn. So again, everybody who is joining in, basically what me and Jay Craner are doing, we picked two contenders who we do feel is some of the best rogues. Not rogue as a faction, like rogue decks to use in the upcoming Awakenings. And I personally think that they both could do very good damage at Miami Clash Ground. So first, we're going to start off with some Lynn. We're going to talk about some cards for it. I'm going to have Jay Craner talk about his favorite animatronic lady, Lynn Rogue Agent.
Everybody likes the sexy cyber mommy.
Yo, print that as a shirt. Print that as a shirt.
Right?
Garrett, what's going on? I need you to print a shirt that says "Sexy Robot
Garrett.
Mommy."
Yep.
And
no, it's cybernetic mommy.
Cybernetic mommy. That's a lot of words.
You
know, a lot of syllables. Cybernetic. No. That's way too many syllables.
Oh man, but yeah, honestly, Lynn is the deck that I've been running this set. Obviously everyone knows that I was running Warcry, but the moment that Warcry became meta, I destroyed that deck.
Oh
I do not like playing meta decks. I tend to always play roguish decks. So yeah, Lynn is my choice. So I'll read her off. Obviously, you have it on screen here. But her 30 ability is Clash cards you control may attack ready Clash cards with one or more bounty counters on them. So obviously you kind of want to run bounty cards. You want to use that mechanic for your advantage because that is a great ability. Not a lot of cards can do that in the game. So being able to do that catches people by surprise, especially because not a lot of people are playing Lynn. So definitely, I think that's a good ability. And then she has her second ability, which is at 10. Whenever a Clash card you don't control is defeated, if that card had one or more bounty counters on it, that card's controller diminishes 2 cards. And if this is the first time this ability has triggered this turn, rogue Clash cards you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. I'll be honest, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been able to use this ability. I have never made it to 10 with this deck. So I have not been able to see that ability.
Is it because it's is it because you get hit with like 30 all at once, or?
No, I mean I have not gotten that low of health to be able to trigger it. And the only person I will give credit to, actually no, I have gotten below this, but he did 11 damage, so like I didn't get to use it. Was Andrew, the other rogue contender, our back end rogue contender.
Yeah.
But he did with I believe it was a black deck, but I can't remember what contender he was using.
What?
But, it may have been Krung. It may have been Krung, honestly. But yes, he did.
Hold on, because Joseph said they could now see the stream. Is the stream just now showing?
What? No, I've been watching it the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Like, I have it live. Like, I don't know, maybe on your end, Joseph? Maybe. It could be. Could be on your end. Because I'm watching it on under Hawaiian. That's me right there. And I can see it, so I don't know. It may have been just on your end. I don't know. Oh. But yeah, so that's the only time that I've ever actually lost with this deck so far, and it was to Andrew. And we only played one match, so he probably, honestly though, if I'm being honest with myself, I think his deck would have beat it the second time also. So I'm not going to discredit him and be like, oh, because we only played one game. No, I do think his deck beat me fair and square.
I'm honest,
but yeah.
Every time I play Andrew, I'm just like, why? Because this is always it's always some weird combination he comes up with. I'm like, yeah, I couldn't see that coming, and you win.
Yeah, you gotta. Andrew's a good deck builder. I'll say that for sure. He's a good player, but it's because of how good he is at building decks.
So I know you got some cards for Lynn, and oh my goodness, no!
What happened?
Yo, I hit back and they're
gone.
Joseph,
and that's the thing. Joseph seems like the person that would play Lynn, and I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to assume. But I totally agree with that choice, Joseph.
Yo,
I think that is a great contender for you. I played your Magnate deck, and I think Lynn is great for your playstyle.
so about Lynn. Remember how we
Oh,
had
the whole
all?
thing.
You know how?
Yeah, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I
Oh, I
hit.
see it.
Yeah, I hit back and it erased it all.
That's fine. Just go to blue cards and just do by one cost. So, or you just type in the name as I say it
I
because
am
you're
not
gonna
doing
yeah.
that. Okay, so let me go ahead and remove that off of there, and we're gonna go to your next card, which I know it was Lynn.
Yep,
So
Nanite Assassin, obviously.
obviously, now
Uh
now here's my question. Besides the very obvious reason that Lynn works inside of a Lynn deck, but would you continue to play? Do you still think that Lynn would be staple even in set 4?
yes. What?
Got it.
Yes.
Got it.
What?
No, I
Of
don't.
course.
I'm trying to think of another reason why you would not play Lynn. Like I'm
Yeah.
over here trying to spin my wheels.
Listen, even let's just take it's a one cost for a 2/2. Let's just ignore all the other effects on this card.
Mm-hmm.
One cost 2/2. That's already good enough. I really don't need much more. One cost 2/2. That right off first turn you have a 2/2 body. Perfect. But the abilities make it oh so yummy, especially in this deck. Because right off the bat, you get to be able to put on a bounty counter on something.
Yeah.
And most of the time, if you play this turn one, so I will say this. I personally, this is my choice. When I play Lynn, I never go first. My choice is always to go second, especially if I have a Lynn Nanite Assassin in hand.
Yeah. I mean,
Because turn one, come on, that is
yeah.
the best turn one.
That's right. Yeah. I don't see why you would ever, even if you are forced to go first. I don't ever see a reason why you would just drop a Lynn Nanite Assassin unless your whole goal is truly a diminished build. But I feel you just should never ever play this
No.
card your first turn when there's nothing on the board.
Yeah, yeah. If you're playing turn one, do not play this. This card stays in your hand. You do not want to play like you can if you want to, but I think it's very wasted at that point. Like it's you're missing out on a lot of good plays. And like I said, specifically to this deck. In other decks, if you don't care about bounty counters, then that's fine. You could deal with the fact that you're not gonna get that second effect off. But in this deck, it works so well because you play this when you're going first on turn two. You put a bounty counter on the card, which most of the time, let's be honest, if they played a turn one clash card, it is a 1/1 or it is a 1/2. We know which ones they're playing. Once they do that, you swing this baby because now that card has a bounty token on it, and you're able to swing because of Lynn's ability. And right off the bat, whatever that card is becomes yours at the end of turn. It is the best turn one. It feels so good every time I do it, especially when it's a Haven one cost. It feels so awesome.
Yeah, because again, nothing's worse than hitting a land first turn, put a bounty on a Haven, then be able to attack into it, even though it has not attacked, and then getting it on the side of your turn. Now you have two cards, and you just drew another card, and you're like, let's start this rodeo. But I feel like it's the perfect segue to another card that, again, I've had my reservations about, but you've made me come around like 2%, which is Mark of the Hunted.
Mark of the Hunter and Garrett, I want to do the deck layout for the Alpha Clash site. So I will be doing that and sending it to you and Josh at some point because yes, I agree. Lynn deserves a deck breakdown, so I'll do that. But yes, Mark of the Hunted. Again, in this deck, you want to get bounty counters off. And if you don't have something like the one cost Lynn, and you just want to put a bounty counter on something real quick, or maybe you do have Lynn and you need, nothing on the opponent's field has a bounty counter on it. You don't have anything else in hand, but you have this nice Mark of the Hunted. Put a bounty counter, kill the thing, get a thing. That's personally why I like it.
See, I'm sorry. You're saying that, it sounds very sweet and cute, but I'm pretty sure you have never, ever played that card the way you just explained it against me. You always play this card to set up another card that you're going to show off. I've never seen him go, oh, hey, I'm just going to put a bounty card on you, chap. Your turn. No, it's always like, cool, here, now you can't attack,
Well,
-2.
well, no. I wouldn't. That is also true, but that is later. That is later. But yes, what he's talking about is Lid's Battlescape, which we'll talk about soon. But yes, this also helps in the late game if you have a Lid's Battlescape out to really mess with your opponent's bigger cards.
Like I said, I've never got the just the normal, like, hey, bud, I'm going to do this. Now, next one, this is really not really a Lin card. But,
It is not.
But I'm sorry, for me, this is the only blue that I see. Yep.
The only blue Clash card that you see.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's already on the internet, so you know.
And so this is the thing. Obviously, you can play other blue Clash cards, and these are all my opinions. So like, nobody go crazy and start coming after me. Like, these are my opinions. You can do whatever you want. And when I'm telling you these cards, these are just the 10 cards that I believe are the most important cards to play if you're going to be running this deck. But whatever you do besides this is up to you, and I'll talk about that at the end of, there's many possibilities of building this deck. I've built 3 different versions of this deck, and I'll talk about those. But there's also the other 2 that I would also build, and I just haven't. But yes, augmented reality, being able to lower the clash cards of your opponent by -2 until end of turn, and then making them diminish 2 cards. It's pretty sweet, it's a good bonus. Or if you're swinging at something that's stronger than your that has a high attack that could also kill your creature, being able to add +2 defense to whatever you're swinging with is also nice. Plus you get to draw 2 cards. So you can use this card however you want. I don't lean a lot into diminish in my deck personally. However, that is a way to build this deck, is to lead really hard into diminish, which is very valid because I've played against Ryo with my version of the diminish one of this, and I got him down to like 13 cards.
I thought my deck was my discard pile, and I realized, nope, that's my deck.
So it's viable. I personally think, though, right now, as the game is before set 4, that the diminish is just not there. But with the cards in set 4, 100%, I think it's going to be a big problem for people, especially blue-black. People are going to have a hard time, man. People are going to be discarding everything.
See, I'm going to say this because it was already spoiled. Kilimanjaro Contender, it's going to suffer against the damage decks. Like, if you sit down at a table and somebody flips over Kilimanjaro, you flip over Lin, you can be like, yeah, this is over.
Yeah.
Cool. So what was the next one we had? Are we moving to 2s?
Nope. Target list. Target list is the 1 cost. Yep. And I'm going in order, guys. Starting at the 1 cost cards.
Bro,
that I think are.
Why have I never noticed this on this card?
Run blue black. Yeah, blue black is a nasty combo. It is a nasty combo.
I've never noticed the threat assessment on here.
Oh yeah. In the picture, I didn't know what you were talking about at first. But yeah, it's because you're looking at it through Lin's eyes.
I never noticed that. I didn't. I know AKA Flare, Sergey, Yada. I've never noticed. His last name is Steiner.
It is now. Oh man, but yes, target list. Again, this is that card. Same thing. You're getting the ability to put on a bounty counter on something for 1 is great. It's awesome. I love those cards because it's just, especially later on, you want to put bounty counters on everything that you can. But on top of that, whenever a clash card you don't control with a bounty counter is defeated, you get to pick one of these 3 great abilities, which draw, obviously, we all get it. Draw. But you get to ready a card in your resource zone, or you can make target opponent diminish 1 card. Like, That's incredible. It gives you a lot of versatility. You can decide how you use it depending on where you're at during the game. If you have a bunch of cards you don't need to draw, but you need more resources to play something, you can. If you combo this with either a Lin or even, let's say, Lin Cybernetic Stalker, maybe nothing has a bounty counter on it. You play this for one, and then you play Lin Cybernetic Stalker because you managed to ready one resource, and now you have two again to be able to play it. Like, that's a good turn too.
And see, like I always say, yeah, we know drawing is very important, but are we gonna get to a point where readying resources is gonna become even more important?
We've seen Genesis, and it seems like there's a possibility that we may get some good resource manipulation tactics in anything that we see coming out. So I'm kind of hoping, because that is really, I think it's cool. It's very unexpected for your opponent sometimes, because they maybe look at it like, let's say for this, you're completely tapped out. You played targeted list, but you managed to kill something, and right before you end the turn, you're like, you know what? For that ability, I'm gonna ready a resource. Well, now you just opened up yourself for a clash buff again.
Exactly.
When your opponent was like, "Oh, okay, I'm at least safe next year." Well, now you're not. So
Yeah, because I feel like being able to end your turn after you play the resources and untap something and be ready to go, I feel like that's for me that's amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Even a lefties. What is it? Lefties last stand. That's a one cost, isn't it? How much does lefties last stand cost? Is it two?
It's
I
two,
think
yeah.
it's two. Actually, yeah. I think it's two. It's two. So at least it opens you up for a clash buff. Or if you did only have one resource and then you got a second one, you could reopen yourself for that. But at minimum, a clash buff, which is hella good.
It's good. All right, moving on to two cost.
Two
Two
costs. You,
costs.
you can do nanite interface.
Yes, I can. There we go.
My man Curtis. Two. Yeah. It's two, Joseph, for sure. Not Plasmax. Get out of here, Plasmax. Not saying that Plasmax is bad, but I'm just saying get out of here. That's not what I asked for. Nanite interface. Scroll down. Well, you know what? Oh, I was gonna say you had the Lin there, but yeah, there's Nanite interface. So again, if you're running a lot of rogues, and that's an important part, you need to be running rogues to run this card. So mostly you're probably gonna see this being in your mono blue decks or your blue white decks. Uh, Having this card is awesome because for one cost, again, you get to put a bounty card or a bounty counter on
I'm
something,
about to say a pumpkin
which is
card.
awesome. Which is awesome, and that's on attack. So what's good about it is if you have a Lin and nothing has a bounty counter, you can swing on attack, pay one, put the bounty counter on it, and kill that thing. Congratulations, now you get a thing at the end of your turn.
Hold
So
on. Whenever okay.
yeah,
It's a
yeah,
relic. Okay.
yep. So you get to do that over and over and over again. Yes, it's a great card, Joseph. Great. What's up, gamer in the wardrobe? But yeah, so and this for two cost, I know you're paying one every time you do it, but one for a bounty counter is so much value. You don't understand. It's so, especially if you have a Lin on field, if you have multiple Lins, it's so much value for you. You
And,
want to do
and
this.
here's the cool thing about it. A lot of people forget this. Target list is not once per turn.
It is not.
So if you're doing
It's
things with that,
whenever.
so if you're already swinging something you already know you're about to kill, you go ahead pay one, put a bounty on it, then you can trigger target list, restand that. I mean, ready up the research you just
Yep.
paid. So then it becomes
100%.
free. Like yeah, it's a little combo, but it's like it's one of them combos that once it works, it works.
100%. Exactly, Cragnock. 100% required for Lindex. But like I said, only if you're playing kind of like you got to play a certain number of rogues Because if you're not, then it's, you're not going to be able to trigger it as much as you want to. So I recommend it for either mono blue or blue white, because if not, I just think you're not going to be running as many, and you're not going to be able to do it as often. But being able to do it over and over again, it makes your opponent have to find a way to get rid of that relic. And for 2 costs, go ahead, man. As long as I get to trigger it twice, it was worth it. Get rid of it, and I'll play another one.
Exactly.
So that one's that. And then for the other 2 costs, let's do Cybernetic Stalker.
Way ahead of you.
Tada. That's not true, because I still see Nanite interface.
Sir, you do know that there's a delay. I can't help it.
You live in the future.
Yeah, we live in the future.
Lin Cybernetic Stalker. Listen, you enter, draw a card. Because believe me, most of the time you're gonna have a bounty counter on something. Or at least by the time you play this, you're gonna have a bounty counter on something. And again, this comes with value because for 2 to be able to get a 3/2, and you get to draw when it comes in. That's value. Is this a value deck? Is this great value? Is that why it's blue? This from Walmart?
I'm telling you right now, like, if you play a 2-cost lane and there's not a bounty, you're not playing the deck right, and you should probably just stop.
Oh yeah, you're probably gonna lose that match if you're playing this out of desperation. You're gonna lose it.
No, well, unless you go on for game, because again, like you said before, it's still a 2-cost that's 3/2.
Yeah, 100%.
Like that's still good. Like that is that. I'm sorry, it's still good, and I'm sorry if you're on the Grant Park. Now it's a 3/4.
Yeah, and this is the thing. So with having this, right? If you have Lin, Nanite Assassin on the board. When that came in, it put a bounty counter on something. Then you play this. You get a draw, and you have a 3/2. As long as whatever that creature is a 3/3 or less, you swing this into them to kill it, and then your Lin triggers, and you get to bring this back in. You won't get the draw unless there's another bounty counter on something, but you get to bring it back anyway. Why would you not swing it? As long as it's a 3/3 or less, you're getting it back. So just do it anyway. Let it die. Bring it back at the end of the turn.
Exactly.
Central Park, I'm gonna say, is my honorable mention. At least me personally. For Joseph, I would probably say this is more important. Central Park, whenever a card is put into a player's oblivion from anywhere other than play, that contender loses 1 health. This definitely, if you're playing hard diminish, do this. If you're playing a red-blue variant of this deck, play this card. Because it's going to allow you to just keep pinging the opponent's contender every time. Now, if you're playing something like blue-black, where you're going to be, what's it called? What's it called, Ryo?
Lava Blitz.
Yeah. When you're going to be lava blitzing yourself, do not play this card. You're gonna hit yourself for 5. So there's a lot of other cards in black that make you discard cards. You don't want this. This works both players, not just you, not just your opponent. Both players.
So I'm gonna say this about this card. I know it's a joke card right now. It's a common, but I'm gonna tell everybody this again. Kilimanjaro has just been announced. This card right here is the counter to Kilimanjaro decks.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Literally the counter
100%.
And a common card counters that entire deck. You may go, wait, Ryotin, you're crazy. What are you talking about? Kilimanjaro's whole thing is discarding cards. So if you drop Central Park down, now they have to think twice.
Yep, 100%. And with the fact that you're also going to be trying to diminish them, like it's just not going to go good in that matchup. I think we'll see a lot more Lin players when that happens. When people realize it too. We're gonna see a lot more Lin players fighting against them. So
I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel like we're gonna see a resurgence of Boogie 219. If you see a Lin player going against a Kilimanjaro and they realize what's happening to them, they're at that point you just have to flip the table.
Well, yeah, right. So Kragnock, yes, I have a blue-green deck already. It's called. Give me 1 second. Let me log into my account. But yes, I do have one currently, and yes, once new cards come out, I will be updating it. but it is called. I know it has the word toxic in it. I just don't remember what it's called. My deck. It
My
is
ex.
Lin Nanite Toxins. That's what it's called. And my blue white one's called Lin in the Trash.
Land in the trash. Wow.
Yeah, Lin in the Trash, man. But yes, and I'll talk about the green, blue green aspect of it because this deck is very versatile in being able to match it with other colors. And like I said, I've built 3 out of the 4 combinations that I can build, or 3 out of the 5 combinations that I can build out of it because I still blue, like mono blue is a type. So, but yes. So now the 3 costs. Lin Battlescape. In my deck, this card is very, very important. This is gonna be your control aspect, especially so like my deck, my main one is blue white, and it is a lot of control. And playing this late game and being able to stop attacks constantly between this and Buffalo on the field, your opponent gets to a standstill completely. And then everything having -2 makes it so that you're more willing to swing your stuff into. So, like, they can't attack, but you can still swing at everything that's ready. And now they're weaker, so you're not afraid of them either. So, this is a huge card in my deck. Very important. Once again, depending on how you're going, if you're going more Diminish, I would run Central Park. If you want to go more aggro build, I would go with Lin Battlescape. That's just how I see it. The cards do exactly what they want to do, but it's specific to which way you want to do it because they're both Clash Grounds. So it's not like you can play both of them on the field at the same time. So it would just recommended to play either or depending on what your main goal is. But yeah, there's a great card. Plus, when it enters, they get to diminish 2 cards. It's one of those things where, like,
It just adds.
if I play this and you get rid of it, right, and then I have another one to play, like, you just pretty much decided to get rid of 2 more cards. Like, it's okay to get this taken out because getting that trigger enter is pretty nice.
And nothing hurts more than just like you can't attack, and then you really can't. I mean, you could try to find ways to defeat yourself, but then you have no attack, and then I'm just going to ignore you. Like it's so not fun playing under Battlescape.
Yeah. Yeah, it becomes kind of like a hunt for your Clash ground or something to get rid of it. Like you need to get rid of it because you really do stand at a standstill. And this is where again it becomes so important to have a nanite interface out later on because every time that, of course, during their turn they're gonna play Clash cards, of course. But what you want to do is be able with nanite interface on your next turn instantly put bounty counters on them, and now they can no longer attack. So your opponent will try to get out at least one attack with those things because they're gonna learn that, oh, my creatures, my Clash cards are only gonna be out for 1 turn, being able to attack, and then they're gonna be stopped. So you might as well play aggro. But you're gonna be able to bombard this field, and if you have Lins being able to listen, even if you're going up against other people, remember you can take cards from their Oblivion too. So if you run out of 1 and 2 cost in your Oblivion, start taking theirs. Take their Krungs, take their Havens, take their Moxies, do whatever. Fill your field and just have blockers. Let them kill it when they decide to attack that one time that they get their Clash card out. Let them kill something that's a 1 or 2 cost and bring it back again next turn. Let them swing. It's like watching little kids like just fight each other. Like, be my guest, man. Like, I'm over here living the good life. But yes, so Lin the Disruptor. With Lin the Disruptor, this is one thing that you have to remember with her. You never want her in your opening hand. Throw this girl away as much as possible. You want her in the later game. You want to be able to have this little 3 cost that you pop out, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, but it's a 3/4 flyer now. So enjoy that. You think that, a lot of people are always like, all right, well, I'm looking for Koggin. That's a flyer. I'm looking for maybe Apex if there's someone out there playing that. Or I'm looking for 5 cost Lin, but they're never looking for 3 cost flying Lin. So it's real
That's
nice.
true.
Yeah, they're never expecting it, and they see you with only 3 resources, and they're like, "All right, whatever they play, I'm probably gonna be able to at least block." And then you come with this flyer, and you're just like, "Here we go."
Or my favorite line before you drop it. Can you count your discard, please?
Yeah, can you count your discard?
I
I would
have
like to
11.
know.
Nice.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah. But yeah, so those are. Oh, actually, no. There's one more. The 5 cost Lin,
Oh
not
yeah.
the,
I know that.
not the red or not the white one, the blue one.
Which is turning the tides. I love turning the tides.
Yeah. So, turning the tides is
Bro,
so I don't run it.
I just notice how thick Lynn is.
Oh yeah, man.
Like, she's thick.
I don't know what they eat in Norway, but she definitely eats it. So yeah, turning the tides is a good card, especially if you've already gotten Lynn's Battlescape out, just because I do hate that it's a 4/4. I agree with it, but I hate it. I wish it was a 5/5 because it would make it like just chef's kiss. But at a 4/4 in the most of the clash cards your opponent's gonna play are gonna be higher defense than 4, but or higher attack too, like you know what I mean. But being able to have Lynn's Battlescape out and lower them by 2 is kind of that helps. Being able to play your augmented reality, that helps her a bit. But when you do get her ability out, man, let me tell you, being able to do diminish 2 cards and put a bounty counter on a target clash card, that's pretty nice. You get to pick which one. Again, it's gonna be situational. It depends on if you need something with a bounty counter, put it on. If not, make them diminish too. See if they get rid of something good. See if they give something that maybe could be a target to your Lin, Nanite Assassin. But regardless, that's a pretty good trigger victory for something that has a 4/4. And I like being able to have different options in most cards. I just enjoy having different options because the game can be played multiple different ways and also allows you to build your deck in different ways. If you want to build it bounty counter heavy, then you always just trigger it with that ability. If you want to play diminish heavy, you can trigger it with the other one.
See, for me, I like having turning tides with weapons. So again, like I told you before, I became such a fan of 1911. Like,
Yep.
put 1911 on, it costs 1. Now it's a 5/5. And, I'm hitting almost anything in the game. Or even the Lin weapon, which gives it +2 in intercept.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good too. That is good too. But yeah, so those are out of the blue cards that are out currently. This is not containing any set 4 stuff. Out of the blue cards that are out currently are the cards that I think are the top 10 that should be considered for your deck. Obviously, there's other cards that are out there that I don't necessarily like. I don't really like Embarcadero Street. I don't really like that. Cyber
It's
Optics is
bad.
really not my type in this deck. Like, I know you said you like weapons, but I don't really like equipment stuff necessarily inside of my blue deck. But people can run it. It does have a nice ability, it has some diminished stuff, but I didn't mention them because I didn't think they were in the top 10 that should be in there.
Like I said, I
But those are
agree.
my top 10.
I agree. In Burger Street, I liked it at first. Now I'm kind of like, if you're going full diminish, yes. If you're not going full diminish, no.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Now you did say that you're going to have a full deck tech, right?
No, the deck tech I'm doing it for Alpha Clash's site. However, I will talk about the different decks that you can make, and the ones that I have made, just to kind of give an idea of the routes that you can take if you do want to build a Lin deck. Obviously I said mono blue. That's probably gonna be your easiest one. You're gonna be balanced between diminish and bounty counters. It's probably the easiest way to play this deck, especially if you want to learn how to use her abilities. I would say go mono blue for your first one. It'll be balanced. You'll be able to cause some diminishing stuff, but you're not going to win by diminishing them. It's just going to be a matter of resource destruction for them. But also you can play around with all the bounty counter mechanics and all those things. And you get to use the weapons, you know what I mean? You get to use cyber optics, you get to use armament. So it gives you that advantage. First one that I built was blue white, and it was an aggro control build.
Oh.
It was all about you. It's fine. You can keep the black ones. I'll switch over, but I'm just saying the ones that I built first.
Okay.
I won't describe them, but I just had so blue white was aggro control. Then I made blue green, which was discard diminish. And then I made. That's it. Those were the three I made. So mono blue, blue white, blue green. I did make a blue white green too. I did make a blue white green that was a mixture of control diminish instead of control aggro.
Yeah, and with the new pestilence, especially the ones that were just announced today, blue green discard is gonna be disgusting.
Yeah, that's gonna be so good. I cannot wait because the only reason why I built blue white green was because what I was trying to do, there wasn't enough green cards that I wanted to. And now with those cards coming out 100%, like I'm going to be revisiting that to do that blue green because now I think there is enough cards to run it like really, really well. And it's not that it wasn't good as is, it's just there was a lot of cards that you were just putting in because like you needed to have green cards or you needed to have more blue cards. But I want the deck to be like fully cohesive, and I think with set 4 we're gonna get a lot of that.
Yeah, I feel like set 4 we have a lot more. What's it called? A lot more archetypes like being established, like really being honed in and really getting support. And maybe even this card, Clarify, will be playable.
Yeah, right. At some point, right? We'd hope.
Bro, I feel like the day that Clarify comes playable, this is going to be a $300 card because nobody has them anymore. I
still have all mine.
I think I have one somewhere.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I just got a message from somebody. Don't know who. Okay, that's weird. Alright. Alright, so which one do you want me to talk to first? Because now you have white up.
Oh, I just have green. I have black and green up. Garrett said set 4 going to be a lot of change. What?
A lot of things. There's going to be a lot of things. Yeah.
Going to change the game again. Let's talk about the best 5 cost. Let's talk about the best white card. Period.
Well, so we're doing blue white.
Yeah,
we're going blue white, right?
Let's do blue white.
All right. So yes, Cragnut, blue white. You're getting extra rogues, which is awesome. You're going to be able to pop out. That's why in this deck, Nanite Interface is super important. And you're going to be very aggro because you're going to want to attack all the time. So blue cards that obviously are going to be important ones when you're building this deck. Both the 1 cost and 2 cost Havens. Because you're going to be able to keep bringing them back and getting draw, or if you do it later on with the 2 costs, you can bring them back with Lin and get health. So that's going to be important when it comes to the lower cost stuff. Higher cost things, obviously we'll start Buffalo. Right, like if you're running white and you're not running Buffalo, then you don't know how to play Alpha Clash. Let's be honest,
bro.
Let's play that card. Bro. Let's play that card till they disintegrate. Everybody, I don't want to see near mints of that card anywhere. Bro. Play them with no sleeves.
I can't, bro. Like you.
That card is playing as intended. Everybody, playing as intended.
Bro, that card. I'm sorry. I will always say that card is so mid. And everybody gets so, like, worked up. This card is mid. Like, stop it.
Play it as intended, everybody. Play it away.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, again, engage Clash card control, get +1. That's cool. Oh, that's really cool. Counterattack. Add opponent clears attack, you may exhaust this card. If you do, prevent all clash damage. Target taking card, and then -X where X initial reach cards. And then it says in here to exhaust a card, engage it, and it does not ready during the next ready step. I still don't see why people are so confused about this card. What is there to be confused about?
Because it's so much goodness that it just fries their brain, man. It
I,
fries their brain.
again, I can think of literally 6 cards right now that can get rid of this card.
That's it. And then you know what? That's why we run 4 of those babies.
Bro,
That's why we run 4 of them.
like again, I understand some people don't like this card, some think this card overpowered. I will always say this card is freaking mid. Like, let's stop. This card is mid. This card has not won a single event since it came out. Stop it.
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous of the. Don't be jealous.
Bro, this card is so mid. I swear.
It's very weird that just because it's a white buffalo, you're mad at it. It did nothing to you, sir.
It did nothing. Like, people just overhyped this card, and I'm like, why? It's like no one cared about this card when it got announced. Nobody cared when it got released. It was a Clash Ground. People like, ah! I'm like, yo, bro, like, what you complain about? It's mid. Like, this is doo-doo butter. Like, this card is straight doo-doo.
Yo, listen, you could say all you want, man. All you want. The reason why this card is so important in this deck is you're going to be attacking. You're going to be attacking a lot. And to have all your engaged cards get +0, +1 is pretty nice, everybody. Make sure to keep your stuff safe out there. Make sure you get a white buffalo for your home today. Call me 555-5555. Say habla español.
I'm telling you, didn't the card get announced that like gives cards like safeguard? Yeah, ballistic shield. And people are like, oh, you can make Buffalo Safeguard. No, I'm telling you again, I have 3 other cards that just stops it. Like, yeah.
And yes, Tragnut, that is what happened. A lot of people did not understand that. The only people that understood it were people that read the rules.
You know what?
We all know that Ryotin, no read, no rules.
Bro, hey man, rules can't stop me. I can't read. And like I tell everybody, you scared of Buffalo, I'm telling you, to put one of these bad boys in, new car smell. Because I'm telling you, all you do is just, I play Buffalo, pass. Cool, I play Stalker Spectre, pass. like, okay. You lose.
Oh, man.
Like, bro.
All right, so next high cost ones for the 5 costs, I'll say Lin, Adaptable Fighter.
Yeah.
And Cowling the Huntsman. Everyone knows that combo, and in this deck, when it's so aggro, that combo runs perfectly. Being able to get Lin out, swing with her, kill her, to then bring Cowling, take something from their accessory zone. It's just a great combo in this. You want to be able to, and plus they're both rogues, which is awesome. So if you have 2 blue resources and you have Nanite Interface out and you do this, yeah, you're able to trigger it twice. So it's a nice little combo.
You know what's funny? I still will never get your reaction when I did this combo on you for the first time, and you're like, "Oh no, yeah. That's not how it works." I
had to read it 3 times.
I said it is how it intended.
And then last one in the whites, I would say Clarity Foreseeing Fate. What? I will say that she's the 6 cost.
You done lost me.
Yeah, 6 cost Clarity.
Yeah, I was with
White
you.
Clarity.
I was with you until this moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. In this deck, you're playing in literally almost full rogue deck, and you're able to once again, even let's say you don't have a Lin. It's turn 6 now. You don't have a Lin. But you play a Clarity. Right? It comes in, you get to choose one, which obviously you're going to choose the one that gives your rogues +2 until end of turn. Mind you, remember that. Till end of turn. Then you trigger her ability.
Okay.
Right? Right? So we're going to trigger her ability, do what we want with our cards. Then we're going to swing with her. Then you kill her to bring Cowling in, who still now has +2. So now he is a 6/5 who's coming in. And you get to attack with him, do his ability, and do everything like that. So, I don't know why you think this card is not good in this deck. However...
actually, it's cards that you control, so it's when she's played, not when she played afterwards.
I do not think that's correct, sir.
I mean, to be honest with you,
That is
that's how I would rule
that
it.
is not that is not how that works. So
That is
once
how,
again, you gotta read the rule book
that's how
because
I
that
would
is
rule
not
it.
how.
That, but
Because the moment that Cow Ling comes in, it is still a card that you control. It's not when you played this card. It's card that you control until end of turn.
I said that's how I would rule it. I was told. Oh, Joe said I'm right. That's don't say that.
Really, really, Joe. Okay, so I'll have to look that up then because I was not aware of that, and I've played this a lot, and I was not aware of that.
Like for me, like personally, I that's how I would rule it. But again, I look at it from a Yu-Gi-Oh brain, where I feel like that's just always going on, unless the card says that you currently control.
Right, exactly. If it says currently control, it's the cards
Exactly.
that aren't on field,
Like
or it's only the cards that are on field.
exactly. And
That's how. That's why I was looking at it. Yu-Gi-Oh rules.
that's how I look at that. Like Yu-Gi-Oh says cards that you currently control, blah blah. And so when it says cards you control, my brain is always like, okay, cool. Anything that comes into my possession gets +2.
I will look up the rule while you're going over your deck, and then I will send it to you.
Actually, I'm looking.
Uh,
I don't know where none of my clarity for seeing fates are. Why is this one stuck?
um.
Oh, I found it. They're stuck together.
So then that would change this. That would change this in my mind. Then that would change that highly because that is not how I believed. And like I said, I've played this in tournaments, and nobody has ever said that's not how.
Let me ask you a question. So, is it not how you intended?
No, not how intended, just how I thought it was played. It was just how I thought it was played.
Bro, I can't find none of my foreseeing fates.
It would be set one stuff, right?
Yeah, it's set one stuff. I don't know where it's at. Now I'm very curious if I can find it. I know I have some. You know what? I have all of the. Sorry, guys. I have all the ugly IRs.
Oh, you didn't like the IRs of her?
I hate
that's true. This card is, but this color I like this one better.
Like the
art
IR,
on
the IR like literally freaks me out.
All right. So yeah. So then, if not, then I would not run this. I would not run this. Honorable mention for white.
Might as well play Arbiter of Death.
Honorable mention for no. How are you gonna play a Harbinger of Death in a blue-white deck?
Sir, there's ways.
Honorable mention though. Any conquest card really with like a good trigger victory or high attack, since this deck is really aggro, it would be good, honestly.
I thought the best conquest card to put in there is I'm sorry, I just feel like it will always be undefeated.
Right? Okay, so Kragnot agrees with me.
Like I told you, I agree with you. I was just told that that's not how it worked. I'm like, okay, this is not how I intended this to be played. And I got
so that's what Kragnok. That's what I'm saying. So the I was under the impression, same thing with the Clash buff, that it's anything that's in play or comes into play that turn. That's how I thought. Like I said, I'll look up in the rules. I'll make sure to get the actual rules. But I was under the impression and thought that I had read it that way, but maybe I'm incorrect. But yes,
I'll be honest. Every time I play somebody, I will do it. If you don't correct me, I'm not going to correct you either. I'm just being honest. Want me to be a liar? No. If you don't correct, if I play that way, you go, yeah, sure. That's what I'm gonna do.
All right. So then next off, blue green.
Don't worry,
like
Garrett. Don't worry, Garrett. We'll get to Conquest for Ridge. Make him happy.
Yeah, Conquest. Yeah, and like I said, that's also a good aggro. To put in it. The only problem with it is that he's not a rogue. So that's why I don't play him as often. I do have a couple of them in my sideboard, depending on what contender I go up against. However, I do not main him because I don't necessarily agree with taking away rogues. No matter how strong he is, I don't think he's strong enough to make me want to take away rogues.
I forgot what the IR clear looks like. Reminds me of a 9th X-Men comic cartoon. It just bothers me. I don't even know why. Like, it's not even that deep, but it really bothers me.
Is that the only one out of all of them, though?
Yeah, no.
Do you like all the other ones?
To be honest, ever since set 2 came out, everything from set 1 bothers me.
Well, yeah, but we got to understand that was a different era of Alpha Clash. You know what I mean? That's for the OGs that have to accept that that's what the art was back then. But yeah, we all agree the new art is impeccable.
Like, it's impeccable. It's just like, I don't know. But that's like the only one that truly makes me go, ew.
But all right, I'm gonna go through this fast because I've already taken in almost an hour and a half of the time. I got to make sure that you get time, man.
You haven't talked in a while, so that's why I'm letting you go.
Yeah, but I don't. Still, man, I don't want to take everything, and you still got to talk about conquest and stuff. But blue green, guys, blue green, you're gonna be aiming towards discarding and using your pestilence to cause some kind of negative damage. So you're gonna want to do the 1 cost pestilence, 2 cost pestilence, 4 cost. If you want their names, I'll give you their names. But so 1 cost is pestilence the infectious. 2 cost is mayhem maker.
Bro, I'm just gonna type in pesty.
Yeah, and then the 4 cost is plague bringer. Those are going to be some important ones because of their trigger enters. Specifically the 1 and 2 costs, because you're going to keep bringing them back with Lyn at random times to just cause some random negative. But the 4 cost is nice later on because you bring them in, do -3, and then you can attack with something smaller to one of their bigger things. Because of the fact that they're probably going to have a bounty counter on them. But that's kind of where you're going to be going. Or if you want to go the diminished discard route, you can. I just, once again, don't think there's enough cards in the 2 colors right now to make it as good as you can make it. And then Mayhem Maker's right next to it, too.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, like, I'm sorry, like, just the stuff that was announced today and about how much Pestilence going to be dealing with a lot of make your opponent discard, I truly feel like I feel like blue-green diminished mill is going to be one of those decks that's really hard to play against, because how can you play against me when you don't have a deck? How can you counter me when you don't have a hand?
Yeah, agreed. The new art style seemed like an obvious best choice now. Yeah, for sure. 100%. That was, honestly, I'll say this. That was the best choice to moving the game forward and being able to make it so that ambassadors and LGSs and even you guys promote the game. Like, this art is great, and it's so easy to invite friends to play it based on how it looks.
So I'm going to say this, like, I for me, I know we go on a tangent so much on this show, but I say the biggest contrast between set 1 and set 2 is set 1 seems so much darker. Where set 2 and art, it's a lot more brighter, it's a lot more vibrant and inviting. Where set 1 just seemed very dark. Like the DC universe. Haha, bang bang, shots fired.
Yeah, why do you hate the DC universe so bad?
I just hate Ben Affleck as Batman. That's it.
Wow. Man, that poor guy, man. He did nothing to you, and you're all just shooting hate.
Bro, I'm sorry.
But okay.
Yes.
So blue green, those are the 2 ways that you can kind of like move towards it. Now blue black. I'll say this right off the bat. Lava Blitz. Lava Blitz diminish. That's what you're gonna want to do. You can be my guest, throw in, some discarded in there. Definitely Krung if you're gonna go that way because you want to be able to bring it back with Lyn. But Lava Blitz is so important because you just want to get rid of cards for them. You just want to make it a miserable time. Like, every time that they want to figure out what the bigger pile on their table, on their side of the table is, it has to be the Oblivion at all times.
And like I said, at first, I can admit it, I was not the fan of Lava Blitz.
Me either. I still hate it.
I was like, oh man, I really don't want to discard my hand. And I'm like, wait a second. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And I'm finding a way to make it work. And I'm like, yeah, this is fantastic.
Yep. 100%. And then what's the last combo?
Red.
Blue red. So this is the one time that I then would switch my Lin Battlescapes for Central Park. If you're gonna play blue red, you're probably gonna be highly aggro and a lot of ping damage. And being able to have Central Park and, doing a couple of your diminished things here and there, matched with the fact that you're gonna be pinging from other things in red, that's probably the only time that I would go into playing Central Park, but my game style, I would still play Lynn's Battlescape. I think it's the better clash ground for it. But if you want to go that route, this is probably going to be your best scenario to play it. It's going to be in the blue red. I've pushed myself away from red a lot after playing Machina all set 2. So I can't tell you if there's like in the new cards if there's stuff that would also work very well with it. Definitely take a look at it. This would be my last option for building a Lin deck. It would be the blue red one, if I'm being honest with you.
Really?
But if someone could prove me differently, please make a deck list, send it to the Rogue Contenders, and we'll talk about it. Because honestly, I would love to see one that works very well. But after the ping or after the non-clash damage changes and stuff like that, and playing red for all of set 2, I'm just like, red can take a rest, and I've now pushed myself into blue. I'm playing a lot more blue this set.
Which is so
And
funny.
next,
I feel like you said that you would not play blue, but
yeah, bro, I'm telling you, if you look at any of my Magic content, I hate blue. But in Alpha Clash, they've made blue fun, except for Haven. Except for Haven.
Bro, like, okay, I get it. Yeah, you know what?
Except for Haven, please.
Fair enough. You know.
And yes, sorry, I didn't talk about the death cards, but yeah, when I said the Lava Blitz is just the one that I say guaranteed. If I have to pick a card that goes in it, it's gonna be Lava Blitz, and my honorable mention is gonna be the Krong, just because it's Krong. You know what I mean? Like having that on field kind of makes people second guess what they're swinging at you. But yes, Def, you're gonna get advantages through running a lot of the Def cards. So it's definitely good too, but I was just kind of rushing through because I've taken up a lot of time, I feel.
Man, again, I'm gonna say this, and I will always say this: we love you. I do not mind giving up time so you can talk to everybody. Because again, we haven't done this since Origins, really.
Yeah, really since Origins. Yeah, it's been a long journey for me, and it's coming to its end finally. I'm feeling a lot healthier. I'm looking a lot better, and I'm more open to making content again. But there's also a lot of work that I still have to do, and I don't want to half-ass all this stuff. So that's why, if you guys see that I've kind of backed off a little bit, it's that. It's not that I've stopped playing. I still play. My local game shop's last championship, I won that playing the Lin deck. So like I still play. However, I have not been able to make a lot of content. So
Yeah, I know you also got the Awakening coming up too in the next month, right?
Yep. So I'm also putting together an Awakening that's actually exactly a month from today, September 29th. So if you're anywhere near Amsterdam, New York, come on down. We're going to be holding it. It's going to be $30. There's going to be food there. There's going to be huge prizes. Maybe I even come through with some cool items to add to it. So come on down. I'll be there. Andrew from the Rogue Contenders will be there. So yeah, definitely come on down. I know Joseph's gonna be here, so it'll be good. It's gonna be a fun time.
And speaking before we go off of red, I do want to mention this real quick. If you don't have your sniper javelins, get them now because again, war like sniper javelin and sniper javelin is probably one of the best ones to have. So if you don't have them and you did not buy your clash kits, I'm gonna steamroll you.
Yep.
All right, so get into Conquest. I'm not gonna take up a lot of guys' time because I kind of have a deck that I've been tinkering around with. So we're going a little bit quick, but again, I feel like Conquest has always been a really rogue deck that didn't really get a chance to shine until set 1 buffs were banned. And so again, for who don't know, I hate how it does this. Conquest is a 30 health contender. And then Harbinger symbol clash cards you control get trigger victory. You may engage your contender. If you do, draw 1 card. So that's all Harbingers. And then during your turn, Conquest Clash cards get +1. So during your turn, your Conquest cards are getting really, really buffed up. And then the 10 skill, once per turn during your primary phase, you may engage target Clash card you control. If you do engage target Clash card you don't control, which didn't really matter in set 2. But now in set 3, since he has some help, it is a lot better, per se. So this one is a white-green. I do feel white-green suits it well, and it's mainly because of 1 card, which is Defiler's Vial. If you don't know, Defiler's Vial, you put 1 toxic counter on this card when it enters. Then once per turn during your primary phase, you may engage this card. If you do, put 1 toxic counter on this card. Then once per turn during your primary phase, you may engage this card and send it to Oblivion. If you do, engage the target Clash card with initial resource cost less than or equal to the number of toxic counters on this card. Crane, how do you feel about this card?
I like Defilers. I don't necessarily. I'm trying to think. What deck do I really run Defilers in? I think when I made a Pestilence deck, I ran it for a bit. It's not my top card, but I've seen people play it really well. But it's not a top card for me. But I've seen people play it amazingly. But to be honest, green is not my strongest color in this game.
I actually noticed that.
Yeah, I do not like playing green.
So I didn't like this card at all, and I kind of just threw it away and forgot about it. Yeah. Until I looked at the fact it says engage a card. And I started looking at it more when Forceful Brute came out.
Okay.
And so Forceful Brute is whenever an opponent's Clash card becomes engaged by a card effect you control, Clash cards you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn.
Nice.
So if I play Brute, and again, Toxic Defiance Vial is just already sitting there, just gaining toxic counters. I can engage any card that you leave up, and then now I give my entire board +1. And it being a conquest, it's already getting +1 attack. So essentially, Forceful Brute is giving all your conquest cards +2. And then you have 2 of these out that +1/+1 activates for each of them.
Yeah.
So that's why I started thinking, okay, cool. This is how, I said, this card right here is how Conquest can be a really good rogue deck, but also I feel like can start inching its way into the meta. And so I said, cool, what other cards work good with it? Again, you know, it's Conquest. So I would say you're going to run the Conquest package, which is going to be Titan, Victorious, and Undefeated. Victorious just synergizes well where it engages a card. And then this one is just attacking and restanding, which I feel is kind of what Conquest wants to do, which is hitting multiple attacks in a turn.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, having, you know, my Clash Grounds like Rainforest, they help draw Frontline to restand for finishing blows. I have 5 costs in the deck. I'm going to run Cowling. And as well as Havens to draw. And everyone's favorite mid-tier card. I mean, it's a rogue deck, so you got to put mid cards in. Faithful Protector.
You're such a hater.
Bro, I'm such
You're a hater. Like, I've never seen someone just hate for the sake of hating.
Bro, it's mid. I'm sorry. Like, in the Conquest deck, you're going to be wanting to play Victorious more than you want to play Faithful Protector anyways. Because it just synergizes with being able to destroy things, to draw cards, or getting extra power, or restanding and doing more power. And then for this deck, again, this deck is still being worked on, but some cards I feel like work really, really well, again, is Brute, Titan, Undefeated, Victorious, Frontline, Vial is a good starting part to kind of keep things going. And then having Convergence. The reason I have 1 Convergence in this deck is because I'm not really going to attach it. It's mainly to give the +1 during my opponent's turn. So my Conquest cards are always powerful no matter what. and then have it 1911 to attach to make sure, again, they're powerful no matter what. And then Saw You Coming, and then, of course, this is the healing variant. So instead of running Conquest's buff, using Revitalization, give +3 health, give +1/+1 to a Clash card or contender, which again just synergizes well with them being big, beefy boys. And then side deck, protections, assistance, victory peak for red decks. And then Whistler. Because tell me what's worse than having a Conquest with a Whistler, attacking into something, force your opponent to attack into it with a weak card, and then triggering their victories again.
Trigger victories.
Or my favorite thing that I did to someone who I'm not going to mention, I put Whistler on Undefeated. I attacked something, restood it, attacked them, activated Whistler, made them attack into Undefeated, restood Undefeated on their turn, and gave it +1.
Was it me? I don't think you did that to me.
No, I did that to you.
Remember.
I did that to you. I did this to someone else, and I was like, oh.
I was gonna say, I would have remembered that. I would have remembered that. I would have kept that deep in my soul. You would have been my 13th reason why. I swear to God.
Please don't. That's why Netflix banned me.
I know. That's why I said it.
If people don't know, I am banned from Netflix. So every time somebody says, "Oh, you watch this on Netflix?" I go, "No, I'm not allowed." I love the Conquest buff so much, especially since it lasts to the next turn, but it's also hard to pass up heal and draw. It really is. And the only reason I chose to heal was because of the heal. I think the Wolfpack might play Conquest. Oh, they're 100% going to play Conquest. You know why? Because Conquest is great. But again, I have to keep saying it's a rogue deck because a lot of people don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
And one card I don't like in this list, and I'll be honest with you, I don't like Pestilence Infectious in it.
Oh, but wait, is this your deck?
Yeah, it's my deck.
Okay, so why do you run it? I'm just throwing this out there. Why you run it then?
I'll be honest with you, because I can't find another one-cost green card that I actually like.
And this is it's a white-green deck?
It's a white-green, and I'm telling you, it's the same way how I felt Deliverance. Anybody who played with me long enough knows I don't like Deliverance. But I'd rather have Deliverance when I need it than not have it when I need it. And that's exactly how I feel about Pestilence Infectious. I'd rather have it when I do need it, but I'll be very, very pissed if I need it and I don't have it.
Ooh, Joseph, that's a hot take, Joseph. Joseph said he thinks Wolfpack might play Conquest.
Oh, I 100% believe they're going to play it.
That's spicy.
I 100% believe they're going to play it. Because, again, it's so good, and Vile is so amazing. Because even if you're like, oh, I'm not going to attack you, I'm just going to force you. Now I'm going to force you to engage yourself. And I guess, you can go, oh, but what if they have Buffalo? I'm just going Deliverance then. What now? I said, Buffalo, my cards have big... Okay, cool. I'm just going to fly over you then. Now look at you. Surprised not to see Dreadful Decimation there. Krogon, and you're a good take on it because everybody knows I love Dreadful Decimation. With playing, I realized I was not getting rid of my Harbingers enough to actually get it off. And that's the only reason I don't play it. Like, having Convergence, having 1911, having Saw You Coming in here, the Revitalization. My cards are not being defeated quick enough to actually capitalize and use it. The most Harbinger I get into my discard pile is literally Infectious. So I'm never able to get that 4 Harbingers to play Dreadful for free. They just won't die, to put it very simply. And then the portal is closed and I draw the front line. Now I have even bigger bodies. Haven dies though. Quickly.
Haven
dies. Like quickly. Like again, if I'm playing against a Lin deck, you can look at this deck and tell what opening turn it's going to be. It's either going to be Rainforest or it's going to be Haven. both of them are
Yeah.
not
Oh
good.
yeah. Yeah. 100%. It's always those.
Or because I stopped doing Vile. Now I will do Vile sometimes, but but unfortunately, since Conquest takes 2 white, I would have to play Vile like on turn 2. So that way, if you're paying like something that's 3 or 2, I can engage it, swing into a Conquest, and kind of start that combo. But Vile is a card that I definitely want. But again, that is like a hot take on the Conquest deck and why I feel like it's such a good rogue deck because it has so many ways to do it. Again, this is just the green white version. You have a white blue version that uses Apex a lot. Or if you want to be really cheeky, this is another thing that Wolfpack will probably play. They're probably going to play blue, white, green. I do not like the blue, white, green version of the deck because there's so many white cards that require 2, and there's so many blue cards that require 2 blues. So you really have to be very, very conscious of your resource management. And I feel like, yeah, you're able to ramp faster than me with your Haven, but eventually you're going to miss a resource turn where the color you want is not going to be there. And with Conquest, you miss one time, and that's when the deck steam rolls over you. And again, that's why the sideboard, sensor assistance, protections, victory peak for red deck, and then whistlers to force you to get rid of smaller cards. Because if I put a whistler and I target a Lyn and force your Lyn to attack me, bye bye Lyn. Now, what about you, good sir? How do you feel about Conquest?
I am not paying attention. I am typing right now, so no opinion.
No opinion. Conquests are pretty sticky, yes. Conquest is kind of pip heavy, makes it hard to make it heavy focus. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to run way more white for it. That is for sure.
And that's why I don't like the Apex version of it, because like you have to run almost a perfect amount of white and blue, and you have to go like resource white, resource blue, and then Haven into a blue, and then next turn play a white. But then it's like, okay, you want to do green to have access to Vile, then your next turn you got to do green. Like I just feel like it just clunks it up a lot. But yeah, no, that's pretty much all I got.
Well, that's all that you have for it. What about you don't have what other colors you would run with it?
I say it would be the blue white one, and that's just for the Apex. Like I said, my hesitation is just that Apex just requires so much.
Yeah, Apex requires a lot.
And I never realized that every single Apex card requires 2 blue.
Yeah, it's definitely blue heavy. I'm interested to see if we ever get an Apex contender, how it's gonna play. I wonder if it's gonna be like a lot of opponent control stuff.
I would say,
yeah, I wonder how it would be.
I would say yes. I feel like because you think all the Apex cards, we have one that restands 2 blue resource, 2 resources.
Yep. Bring them up. You have the screen, man. Bring them up.
I say, like, is it 2 blue resources or is it just 1?
I don't know, man. Bring it up. You got it on screen. Show the people what they want.
Okay, where is it? What is it called? Is that even no? That's the Plasmax cards. I'm all the way wrong. So Apex definitely be more controlled because this is counterattack. After an opponent declares the target, you may engage the card and negate the attack. So this is negate. This is Swift Fighter. Trigger entry may engage target clash card. And again, the reason why I said I didn't play this card because the other Conquest does the exact same thing but gives you power on trigger victory. And then Apex Tempest, I feel like it's just slow because it has to be defeated to engage a card.
Yeah.
Bro, I've been calling Apex I've been thinking about Plasmac this whole time.
Really, bro?
bro. Like
Really? Wow.
I
Hey
seriously,
guys, this is the guy that you guys look up to. Doesn't even know who he's talking about. What
bro.
a
I'm gonna be honest.
shame.
I forgot Plasma was a person.
You mean Apex was a person?
No, I kept thinking that the Plasmac card was an Apex card this whole time.
Oh yeah, no. These are the only Apex cards that we have, and this is who I was talking about.
Okay, yeah. So Plasmac is trigger defeat ready up to 2 cards in your resource zone. I feel like this card. I feel like this card is actually gonna come back.
That one.
Yeah.
Listen, actually, I'll say this. So I've tried to put together a green blue, heavy flyer type deck, and that card's in it. So if that makes you feel anyway, there you go.
It makes me, I truly feel like this card, like again, like we said before earlier in the episode, was that will resource readying become a thing? And I feel like this is one of them cards where it's like, why not? It's a 4/4. It's a flyer. It's going to die to something. You can crash to something. Even if you +1/+1 it, they can smash with Kagen. Or, and then you can ready to your resources.
Oh, dang. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, I was just contacted, and I also typed something to someone else. But yeah, this once again, this is kind of like how I feel about the uh turning the tides. Lin, 5 cost for a 4/4. I don't know what it is, man. It makes me mad.
But I mean,
It makes me
but it has
mad.
flight though.
Right, but you know what else has flight and is also 5, but it's a 5 5.
Yeah. I know.
And like I get it, you said that there's that awesome advantage of being able to ready 2 cards, but like you gotta kill it. You gotta kill it to do that. So, I guess you could keep it as a blocker, like you said, keep it as a blocker.
or
Attack with all your conquests, leave it as a blocker, and then if they attack, let them die. And then you look at you, ready 2 resources.
here's my thing. I would only ever use this card as a blocker if I have a
Oh,
block.
see, Joseph said the same thing as me. See what I'm saying? Like, there's also other 5 conspires that have like cool abilities. But I definitely think in a blue-white conquest deck, if you want to have a good blocker, this would be it. But you also kind of like, if you're gonna do that and have it as a blocker, you need to have cards that you can play with those 2 resources. If not, what was the point of readying the 2 resources? Like, hopefully you have like a lefty's last stand that you can now use.
You're asking a lot of questions right now.
I'm just saying. It's just like, if you really think about it, it kind of sucks.
Like, no one said it was a great card. I'm just saying it's still more useful than Buffalo. Hey,
How? All right, chat, please, chat. This man said that 5 cost Plasmax is better than Buffalo. Can everyone tell him what the opinion of the class is? How dare you,
bro?
How dare you?
You know what? Like I said, I'm gonna pull up 3 cards that are better than Buffalo right now.
Well, yeah, I can pull a ton of cards that are better than Buffalo, but you know what card I'm not pulling up? Plasmax 5 cost. I can tell you that much.
First one, Kagan.
100%.
Second one, Blazing.
All right.
I
Now
can't say it with a straight face.
I'll name. All right. Now I'm gonna name every card that's better than 5 cost Plasmax. You ready?
All of them.
Every card except for Clarify.
Bro, even Spiritual Defense?
Yup, even Spiritual Defense.
Bro. Imagine playing Aster to go search for a Buffalo and go in.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I would just quit. Avenging Guy is better than What's
Whoa,
his name
hold
again?
on. Which avenging guy? Hold
All
on a
of them.
second.
Every single last one of them is better than Plasmax. There's not a bad Avenging Guy card, unfortunately.
Okay. How do we hold on a second? Google, how do I kick out Joseph out of chat for that comment?
4 for a fight with an okay flight isn't no. Because I'm sorry, because you could just play Joseph. Come on now, come on, because we have access to a 3-cost flight.
Yeah. Listen, I don't know.
I will never. I'm sorry. There's some cards that I find will just never be good, and I'm gonna show you one of them right now. Cause I swear this card, this is one of the cards that will just never be good. And people may not like it. I do love how Ryan Roper started playing Grasp of War. I'm telling you, Grasp of War is such a good card.
Wait, hold on a second. You said Avenging Guy trying to help is bad card?
No, I said it's not a bad Avenging Guy card.
No. Well, you just said I'm going to show what card I think is bad, but I'm
Oh,
waiting to see what's the card.
Remember, we're in the future.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm waiting for the card to come up because I can't answer you without seeing the card.
I'm telling you, when you see this card, you're gonna look at me and go, yeah.
Let's see. Oh no, I lost the hearing. Grasp of War?
No, Grasp of War is amazing.
Yo, when am I gonna see this card?
Bro,
How much of a delay is there? I didn't realize it was this bad. Am I delayed?
Bro, we can hear each other live, but
No. I can hear you live, obviously, but I'm saying like on my screen right now you have War the Provocateur.
bro, that's not provocateur, man.
Oh
That's
no, sorry,
potential.
no, it's blurry. Can you calm down? Yeah, that one. That's what you have. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, this is the worst card.
Okay, so trigger attack. Sorry, I haven't played any war things since like set 2 came out. Harbinger class cards you control get +0/+1 until end of turn. For 5? What? Yo, I don't know why, but I only looked at the bottom half of this card and I'm like, oh, that's not a bad ability for a 1 cost. 4/5 with 3 red pips.
Bro,
Who put this card together?
Bro, it is attack and defense is 2/2.
No, that's not okay. That's not okay.
Bro, I'm
That's
sorry.
unacceptable.
I'm sorry. That scream. He said what?
4/5? That is that's crazy.
Bro.
Who's gonna play this? Has anybody played this? I'm gonna see. Hold on a second. Can you check? Has this been in anybody's deck?
Yes, remember, you can actually click on it. Bro. Okay,
Yeah,
last time.
Whose deck has this been in? I need to see who's building decks out
Oh, no! It's like 4 people.
No. We need to check the rankings. Hold on a second. We need to check the rankings. Maybe there's something going on here.
Bro, I think is this Raygon?
No,
This can't be Raygon. This can't be Raygon.
Raygon, unacceptable, Raygon. Please, you need to explain yourself.
Bro, Alexander Hager, is that Raygon? That cannot be Raygon.
If they're playing it, it has to be just for resource. It has to be just for resource.
Bro, there are 4 decks. The last one was March.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And 2 of them are by Riley C. Riley C, we vote you off the island. I'm sorry. No way. No way.
Bro,
are you running 4 of these or are you running 1? Nope, you're running 4. Oh my goodness. How do I delete a deck?
Bro, like, can you imagine like going through all the possibilities and going, yep, that's it.
Oh, hold on a second, bro. This can't be.
Like,
what is
bro,
the metrics for
like,
this deck?
like, here's the thing. This isn't even a card where you go, you know what? Hey, I can't afford the more expensive version, so I'm gonna use this as as a substitute. There's nothing like this, and that is not a compliment.
Why? Why? There's so many other red cards you could play for 5 costs.
Hey man, you remember everybody was playing Intensifier for like a week straight?
They are old decks, Joseph. They're old decks
These
for sure.
Old, yeah, these are old
still,
decks.
But still, it was made in 2024. That's unacceptable.
I mean, you gotta think that set 2 came out in December, bro.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. No, this card doesn't belong here. There's so many other cards.
Again, do you remember when everybody was playing War Intensifier for like 2 weeks straight? And it was like,
Yeah,
it was
a
like,
lot.
yeah, like everybody, yeah, this is it, and not one person ever actually played it.
Yeah, I've never put that card on field.
Like,
Never.
it's been in my hand,
Yeah, it's been in my hand, but never on field. I've never played that card.
never, and I've never gotten out. But I don't think it's a bad card though.
No, it's just for 7. Like I better be game winning.
And at that point, you could just play, other stuff like.
Yeah, but like I can understand, like especially with the new set coming out, if you're doing heavy tokens, like, and you manage to get a whole bunch of war minion tokens on the field, and you pop this baby, and now they all have +1, and you just have a whole bunch of 2/2s, and you just want to swing fully and like hopefully just bombard them to the point, like I guess, but like really, that's how you're gonna end the game.
Actually, you know what? This card, War Controlling Minds, I feel like it's gonna make a comeback.
Listen, I'm sorry, I'm still flabbergasted by the other war, bro. Like, I don't even know how you can move on, bro.
Because I'm trying to I'm trying to keep the community going, but I feel like Controlling Minds is gonna be good. Let me hit you with this knowledge. The fact that when this card attacks, you choose a clash card, and it has to block this card.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's a good ability. I like that.
Um,
It's like a go to obstruct. I like it.
like it's so good. I still mess with Combat Marshal. I think War Battle Paragon just needs to go away. Like, bro, like.
Oh man, listen, I hate to do this, but I
I'm,
have to. I haven't eaten dinner, and I have to eat dinner before midnight because I'm getting blood drawn tomorrow. So I gotta head out because I have
Hey,
to make
I'm
some.
be honest with you, bro. I was waiting for you to give me a signal so we can end the show because I'm ready to
Yeah,
go.
yeah. We can do that.
Like,
Let's chill.
cause I'm done trying to make a name for myself.
Yeah.
just remember what happened here today. I hope somebody clipped that too. I
Oh,
really
hold
hope
on.
so. I really
And
hope
actually,
so.
while we're, I'm hoping this person answers me. But yeah. So, obviously, again, guys, like I'm gonna say this. I apologize, everybody, that because I won't even say like I'll take responsibility. I have not been taking out a lot of content. I have not. However, I will come back. I promise. Uh, but yeah, I'm taking some time to handle some stuff so that next year I can go to more events and see you guys in person.
Yeah, bro, because you want to take over for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why you're not next year? You're not taking a lot of trips
Um,
next year.
I talked to Rich about this. I already talked to him. Probably after Worlds, whenever that is, I'm probably gonna take like a 2 month break.
Yeah, that makes sense, bro. I know you got you know you're growing your family.
Yeah, just take a 2 month break. Spend time with the family. I mean, I'll probably still do some content and probably some more like family related content with Alpha Clash, but I'm probably take a break from actually going to events. Just because again, I've been going hard. When I think about it, I've been going hard since set 2.
Yeah, it's true.
And I told her to say, after, I'll be around for Worlds, but after Worlds, whenever that happens, I'm gonna take probably like a month or 2 months. I'm gonna take a break, like just take a real good break. Like I
Oh,
still,
yeah, you know what? That sounds like a plan. Then I'll take over for then. I'll take over.
yeah, and then I probably, again, we have no idea how 2025 is. Actually, you know what? While I'm sitting here, what the hell is the roadmap for next year? Does anybody know?
I don't. I haven't looked at the roadmap in a while, to be honest. So no, I
Here's
do
my
not know.
question. I must say this. You know how I get down. Is the roadmap even still valid?
I'm pretty sure there's been changes. It has to be. There's no way.
Because we got Cosmic Conquest coming. That's in 2 weeks, by the way.
Well, yeah, that's in 2 weeks. Which
Um,
is crazy, man. I can't wait for people to get their hands on it. Like everybody's gonna love it. It's so much fun.
bro, this is an older post already.
And you're gonna learn about a lot of alphas that you've never heard about.
So real quick before we head off, cause you gotta go eat. Let me explain to you what the roadmap was.
Yeah, let's look at the roadmap.
Bro.
Roadmap. Let's look at
So,
the roadmap.
so for September, we put have a Clash Ground. That's not true. Wait, what is this for? Yeah, this is for 2024. Set 4 was supposed to be in October. That ain't true. November was supposed to be a free month.
Oh, that's also right. That I think that's true. Actually,
No,
that might be true. No,
Set 4 is November 8th.
oh right. But isn't this just? Oh no, this is the full roadmap. Sorry, because remember it's delayed, so I hadn't seen it yet. Yeah. I hadn't seen it yet, so I'm like, I don't remember. I thought you were going off of the top of your head. I'm like, man, you remembered all that?
Absolutely not.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think a lot of it, like the Clash Ground and Set 4, just got pushed. Where the board game, which I truly, this is my own personal opinion, I do feel as though the board game should get its own month. Because I truly believe that it deserves to have that spotlight and not compete against itself.
I think the big thing is that the board game community and the trading card community are very separate. Yeah, there's people that are crossed over, but the board game community is a whole separate entity. Like, the card players that end up buying the game are going to be the card players that want more lore, that want a different way to enjoy the story and stuff like that, which are the same people that bought the graphic novel and bought the comic book.
Correct.
It's going to be that way. However, I think the board game is going to have its own thing on the board game side of everything, where there's going to be a lot of players that have never heard of Alpha Clash that are going to get brought in because they're like, oh, I like superheroes and I like the concept of this. And they're going to play that. And then hopefully they transition over to the trading card game. But we're going to see people that are not interested in the trading card game at all. They're just going to be like, no, I don't want to have to buy packs. I don't want to have to make decks. I just want something where me and my friends can get together and just play with what's included in the box and keep it moving.
Which I am so for with. Another thing here, it says comic book 2. We
haven't even gotten comic book 1 yet.
So
yeah. And we're definitely not getting Draft Box. I can tell you Draft Box 2 in December. That's not happening. I can tell you that.
That's happening. No. Then for 2025, they said January probably the second novel.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, that's also not happening because we haven't even gotten comic book 2. So that's not happening.
February, they talk about February probably set 5.
I like that rule, Kragnog. I don't play a lot of board games either, but I enjoy this board game, so I will be buying it. Me and Ryo are on the playtest team, so we have played it. It is a lot of fun. It is very cool, and lore-wise, it's incredible. You're gonna see a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Hey, so wait, what's the difference between a Pro Tour and a Progenitor's Gambit?
Progenitor's Gambit is bigger than
Don't you finish that fucking sentence.
Yeah, it's bigger than it. Yeah. The Progenitor's Gambit is bigger.
That's supposed to happen in February.
Yeah. Yep. That's not happening. That's also not happening.
April is supposed to be comic book 3. May is supposed to be set 6.
Nope.
So wait.
Actually, maybe set 5.
No,
maybe set 5.
You don't know.
I said maybe set 5.
Again, us being testers. I want you to think about what you're saying for just a second.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything wrong. So May, maybe set 5. That is me taking a complete guess in the dark.
You said no. I said because on the map, February is supposed to be set 5.
No. But I said May maybe set 5.
I will be okay with that. I will be okay.
Yeah, that's how it should be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I do like this though. I do like the fact that set 5 and set 6 were supposed to come out 2 months from each other. But
I don't like that. I think that's too close. I think we're getting way too much.
As a player at the time this was first announced, I was like, "Yay!" But as a playtester, I'm like, we didn't have a conversation.
Yeah, hell no. That's what I'm saying. Like, go back up a little bit. Like to think that the original plan would have been for December to get a draft box, February, 2 months later, get set 5, then 2 or 3 months from that, get set 6, to
Yeah.
then 3 months later get another draft box. Hell no, I don't have that kind of
We
money.
be broke. Everybody's broke.
Yeah, I don't got that kind of money. No way.
But then it's
I
like, but this is crazy because they're talking about set 6 will be May, and we're not gonna get set 7 till December.
see that no, that needed to be spaced out more. That needed to be spaced out more.
So
For
I'm
sure.
gonna say this. I feel like we should get a new roadmap because this ain't true,
Yeah. When was this dated?
bro. Like let's say this is so old that it's in the older post section.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Yeah, but
Oh, this came out. This came out during set 2. Yeah, that's when we got this
we
roadmap.
got
Set
this.
2.
But all right, everyone, thank you for joining us. We have fun. I hope to hear about what you think of some road decks you're running to your next Awakenings coming up soon. There's so many Awakenings coming up. Which ones are you going to go to, and who's going to be in Miami, and see if they can take down the last Clash Ground of 2024 and get that prestigious invite to the Pro Tour where you will go and someone who you never met beats everyone. That was very. I know that's very disheartening. I don't know why I said that.
Listen, before we go, I'm gonna throw this out there. So I've now verified with 2 separate judges that.
Bro,
Drum roll, please.
are you serious?
Drum roll, please. Thank you. Anything that comes after her does not get the bonus. So just in case, for everybody to be aware, do not count that card. Do not. It is no longer good enough for this deck.
So you're taking it out? Is what you're telling me?
Yeah. I'm taking it out. It's just not good enough. It was better when it was just everything, but or honestly, you could still keep it in, but just make sure that you play everything except for the Cowling before her. Then play her, and then you could kill her and bring Cowling, but he won't have the bonus. But at least everything else that you had on the field will. So you just got to play her differently if you decide to keep her in. But for how I was playing her, that would not work. For anybody that I beat with that and you didn't catch it, nana boo boo, put your leg in doo doo. I don't know. Oh. you messed up. Should have read the rule book.
Should have read the rules, scrub.
Yep. So I apologize. Nobody called me on it. Everybody let me play it that way. I was wrong. That is my forgiveness video.
I would have to apologize. Oh, and just everybody for my Awakening on the website is going to be updated, but it's not going to be at a place away anymore. It's going to be a place called the Little Game Room. Everyone should have that on there. And then looks like Kalamazoo is doing theirs the week after mine's at Odyssey Game as well. So you get 2 chances to play in the Awakenings. And again, 29th of September in New York, Plunder Games, another Awakening. Someone play Lynn and win with it. But
yep, there's going to be some good prizes, some great prizes.
Yep, Jay Crane's even going to do a strip dance. Hey.
Yep. Whoever wins gets me for 24 hours.
Hey. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching.
I'm dressing like Moxie, just so you know.
Okay, and there it is. Now we go about to get demonetized. Thanks.
Yep.
But thank you everybody for joining the stream. We love y'all. No pause, and we'll see y'all sometime. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, see you.
Actually, no, we will. Guess what?
September 2nd. Oh yeah, September 2nd on Monday.
September 2nd on Monday. Rogue Contenders. We have a spoiler coming.
The first spoiler for Rogue Contenders. Well, not first spoiler for Rogue Contenders. Me and Ryo each had one, and we have other ones, but this is going to be the first one for the Rogue Contenders.
Yes. So September 2nd, we do not have a time. Do not DM me asking what time you guys. We don't know.
Yeah.
But it will
however, it's probably going to be in the evening. It's going to be at night.
Like, give us a second. Like, damn, it's the day after the doggone holiday. Like, let me digest my food.
Yep. So.
Oh shit.
Yes.
No. We actually go live on the holiday.
Yeah, we go live on the holiday. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna probably be drunk. I will probably be drunk. So I'm just letting you know.
Bro,
Um,
yeah.
I'm gonna end up spoiling a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Take it as you will.
And then also I want to say this. After this video, the next video that happens on the Ryotin CCG page will be the 100th Alpha Clash video. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for that.
Wow.
I feel like we should do something cool.
Yeah, we should. That sounds cool. Well, wait, are you saying after the spoiler it's gonna be, so is the spoiler 99, or is like after this one it's gonna be 100?
Cause this is a live. I keep this separate, but I think if I put
Okay,
it,
so you mean video. I got
yeah.
you, I
So
got you.
yeah,
So you
so
mean video.
because in the Raw Container one, that's on tick. Maybe
I don't know, yeah, because I was gonna say, is that your 100? You got to figure that
I
out.
gotta figure it out. But we guess what? I'm 2 videos away from having 100 Alpha Clash videos. We're probably doing something crazy about that. I'm not gonna do a 12-hour stream again. You
Yeah, right.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I died like 4 times.
and I only I only like stepped in here and there, and it was a lot. It was a lot.
Like, I was fighting for my life. But we gotta end this. We'll keep talking. All right, everybody. Love y'all. No pause.
Right.
We miss you.
See ya.